Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 7 of our Heinrich Kemmler and Empires campaign. In today's episode, our undead tsunami is continuing to sweep across Bretonia. Pretty well unopposed, but there are a few defenders that are going to be at least attempting to hold the line for as long as they can. We've got a whole reinforcing Strigoi army coming on in from this side in a minute 53, as well as a hiding Black Coach to try to do some damage if they don't deploy any defenses, or if the defenses they do deploy over there are quite weak. The Coach should be able to smash through no problem. We're going to overwhelm them with a huge tide of zombies, just trying to press through with sheer weight on this position, while we smash through with some more elite crypt horrors on the other side. At least we'll attempt to. We'll see what kind of defenses they've got up in the front. If they have spears, we can send the zombies in first, and then try to smash these guys through once they're engaged. Let's get it going. Just look like we have a few towers to deal with as well. Luckily, we have the Sylvanian Crosswomen to deal with them. They've also got the Barricade Trap, which will drop melee attack by 25%. Pegasus Knights are hiding in behind them. Not a bad idea. So these two zombies, as well as the Tithe, directly in after these Spearmen at Arms. And these two can go in after these Peasant Bowmen with the Pox Arrows. Be a bit more clever with you than that. We want to make sure those Pegasus Knights don't know that the Black Coach is on the other side there. Get it on in. They do have Knights Errant over there, so you know what? Hasn't been spotted yet, so you stay here. Or it is going to be still under attack. All of the peasant missiles doing what they can. We're going to send you two and the Crypt Ghouls through on this side. Take down those Pox Arrows. Go after the Battle Pilgrims in the back line as well. Zombies are streaming on in. Every time they start landing those Pegasus Knights now, wherever they do decide to land them, that's where the Spears and the Grave Guard will follow in. You pull on away. Let's go for a bit of extra melee attack on everything that's joining the fight here. Extra heals on these zombies that are caught in a very bad place. Smash into those Battle Pilgrims. Looks like all of the knights are rotating over, so we're going to bring you all the way up to the top portion here and grab the leadership zone in the very back line. Reinforcements have arrived. We're going to send them directly in after the capture point. Knight through with the dire wolves. And all of the big beasties. Knights have smashed on in here, but it's not going to be like that's going to go their way at all.
Master Necromancer.
Use some more resistances there.
I move swiftly.
All of the spears start stabbing down those Pegasus Knights. The Grave Guard might be a little bit too packed in. And they're not doing a lot of damage to the tower, so let's go ahead and switch their targeting over to these Peasant Bowmen here. We're sprinting on through. The undead cart, very hard for them to actually see, so let's bring the dire wolves and everything over here as well. You come on up to this first position, and we'll send the Strigoi all the way through. Start clobbering some Knights Errant. Choose the best choices for healing. Looks like it's going to be the Corpse Cart, as it is a little bit too close to the enemy. Pull you back into this position. More melee attack for any of the warriors that are up front fighting the Pegasus Knights there. Yeah, they actually sent all of their knights through. They try to face down our ghouls, which is very clever. We'll just pull them on away from the walls there and let these troops start capturing positions. They definitely sent you all through, but they've decided that orders are not for them. Even our Strigoi. Because they were hiding. Sneaky knights. We can have the Black Knights even come on over here. Crash all of those forces in together. Alright. They've moved in very far, starting to get butchered.
Mortars will perish.
Line's going fairly well. Drawing the knights away so we can actually start getting some damage. Make sure you guys are going after the men-at-arms and you two take down the knights. It does look like those are units we are destined to lose. Completely by themselves. Position's almost captured though. You pull the Hound pack away just a bit. Let these Cryptors smash on in.
It is done.
Alright, the Alpha Strike on the other side didn't work quite as well as we would have liked. Let's have you guys rotate over and start trying to bully the units of knights.
I am master.
Meanwhile, making sure we're healing the units that need it most. Looks like these zombies up front. Or maybe just the Balefire cart. You guys all move in next on this group of Pegasus Knights. Crossbows are moving on over, although we are going to likely lose both of those units very sadly. These knights got butchered. Alright, everyone else, keep moving on forward. Alright, the main position is ours as well, so let's send the Black Coach on down and have it start trying to chase off some of these archer units who have been causing some absolute havoc on our back lines. And we'll have to do some re-recruiting of these horrors, sadly. Pull everyone on away. A little bit too close there, brother.
At once. I move swiftly.
Everyone is firing on the corpse guard.
Now, they'll die and rise.
Very smart, but would it? Now these knights have regained their leadership. So turn around and stomp them cold real quick. They're not firing when they should be able to. They have plenty of line of sight. Hopefully they're able to take them out soon. Bring the Crypt Horrors in. Away just a bit longer here. We have to take down those knights. It's just everyone versus the Lord. Let's send the Super Poisonous Boys through to capture positions. And then the two Hounds can go find some more Peasant Bowmen to stop cold. Not all of those Cryptorians have to be doing absolutely nothing.
Swiftly.
They're doing everything they can. Oh, they're actually beelining that corpse cart. I'm on a way there.
Now. With haste. Yes.
Come on, skeletons.
By Ulrich.
My goofy crossbowmen that are not all that useful. Luckily, the Hounds have reached. Go ahead and just start blasting into the back of these Battle Pilgrims. Should eliminate them fairly quickly.
Watch. Corpse cat.
Let's just waddle you into the middle of this. They're trying to push through the line.
Fight, kill, alive.
Corpse cart is their only job.
Master Necromancer.
Or so they believe. Black Knights are butchering those bows. We've got most of the positions captured. The Lord is gone. Right, everyone, you can actually do some things. We're very surprised the Bretonnians are still willing to fight. Let's bring the Hounds through to go after these Peasant Bowmen. And these Black Knights should be able to thunder on in. Now you're completely surrounded by undead. What say you now? Get stuck in.
Ready to bring death.
Battle Pilgrims have been eviscerated. We can turn them around and start blasting into, I guess, a unit of knights we can find. There's some over there. Good old Knights Errant. It's an incredibly bad time that just keeps getting worse. Legions of undead. You taken out the general. Orlin. We've got no more heals we could use either. that's the way. A pretty utter victory. Alright, we still lost 1,000 in the fighting, but it looks like most of our units are going to go ahead and return from the grave. Worth it. We can loot and occupy Montfort there, or just take it as it is. It's only 808 extra dark magic, so we're just going to go ahead and claim the settlement. Not getting as much in terms of sacking and raising as you would possibly expect, but I guess we're just missing out on a lot of those bonuses. Such is the way. We've got lots of extra battle spots all over the place. We really need the extra legions. They're just all going to be different in terms of what is actually there. But all of these pools are going to stay as very good undead pools for the future. Just as the more battles that we fight there, the more casualties, stronger undead that we will actually be able to pull from the ground. Over in Mousillon, I'm thinking we just go for even more growth when we can here. How are things looking in Montfort, though?
Bring me flesh to craft.
They've got the corpse pile already built on in. And then normally I would say this is just fine, but let's go ahead and demolish this building for now. Just go for the iron pit. And we'll use our actual armies as the walls. Take Zajar on out, as well as the Beastmen here. We might want to go for the thing where we declare war on them and they try to peace out with us for gold. Anyway, we've got lots of buildings on the way. Let's go ahead and throw in the charnel pit here at Mousillon. Pass on those skill points we earned. Good old Taubert. You, good sir. I will give you Rourke is extra growth, Warden for attrition, and Guile, and a Glamour for corruption. Let's go for extra growth. For our joy, Command the Unliving. Summons a unit of crypt ghouls that are good at flanking. You bet your buckets they are. You could also get more upkeep production for crypt ghouls and recruit rank for them as well. Probably a pretty good call. Let's grab Grave Eaters to start, and then we'll come on over and grab the Command the Unliving. The upgraded version allows you to summon in crypt horrors. That's pretty disgusting. Siegfried. We can raise some dangerous. We can't. Even though we do have the raised dead icon here, there's nothing too terribly scary. I'm going to go ahead and pass off the knights, so you are going to trade with this army, so crypt ghouls for knights. But we really want to theme up this army to being mostly bestial units. I'm going to keep the Graveguard for now, though, just because we want to have one pretty heavily armored unit to hold the line if we really need to. And even though those are great armored, or great weapon units, they still have 90 armor, so they'll be a bit tankier than your average. Sweet. Still up to the 5 blood kisses. Hopefully we can send some of our heroes out to do some work here very soon.
Fresh troops.
Hopefully.
Find me grave-bound.
Siegfried, do you have anyone available to send on out? Looks like the answer is a hefty no. And also your movement is all gone because we took some troops out of the settlement, did we? Unfortunate. Well, no new recruitment then. We'll just go ahead and bide some of our income and get prepared. So at Bastogne itself, we can go for... Corruption's all the way up at max. I'm tempted to just go for the Repressing of the Mortals for some more research rate. We are down to a negative 20%, so any extra that we can gain is going to help counteract that a little bit due to the Whispers. Unless the Whispers have already ended. In which case, more research is always going to be great. Rights and Bloodlines, we're going to skip over both of those. Looks like Sylvania still doesn't trust us.
The Queen of Tides!
Sartosa does, though.
You speak, Aranessa listens. For
We can get
now.
ourselves a front line of rifles.
We're shipshape.
Yeah, shipshape.
Give the word.
And then if we really wish to, we could grab the non-aggression pact with Ikit. I think for now, we should probably Yeah, we might as well.
Your request?
Make sure the nuclear lab rat stays where he's supposed to be. And things make fine Potter allies for Skaven. They don't care so much about being blown up. Swing on into
Soon I'll be all powerful.
our newly claimed Aquitaine and in the turn. Scheme of Doom has been performed by Clan Scryer. So they've got a explosive rat running around once more. So they've got Natalie down here. Is she have any heroes with her? Sadly, no. We're on the hunt for some more heroes. Surely no one's in Quenelle. They are not. So do they have any armies left over? Doesn't look like it. Just Natalie down here. Le Gardien. Let's bring Heinrich on over to threaten the Massif. It's not very well defended, so it's probably a good idea for us to try to break this now, rather than let it do any kind of building up. Marcus, your one chance. Another failure. We're gonna find an airlock to eject you out of soon, buddy. Let's go for the Lich Yard in Mousillon. And here in Corone. Skeletal walls would make it quite difficult to break. Or we could go for the Tier 3 Shady Township. Or is it finally time to upgrade Marienburg? Definitely need to make sure we don't lose our port city here. Eventually we'll make time to get back around and starting to wage war with the Empire proper. But luckily for now, the Changeling and the Black Pit tribe, Greenskins, are actually causing lots of problems for the Empire. They haven't been able to deal with us even a little bit. Albert, you and Siegfried are going to continue your reign of terror down the coast here. Okay, the raised dead pool does need to change the next turn. There's Black Knights and Crypt Pools and Graveguard in here now, which is quite cool.
Look on me and despair.
And despair. We're gonna go ahead and send Taubert in first this time as well. Erebon is not nearly as well defended as the previous. Let's start building up those siege towers. Takes 2 turns, so be it. And we'll bring Siegfried in to assist. Here in Montfort, even though we just did delete the corpse pile, we might go ahead and throw that back on in pretty soon. We should have left it. My plan was to take Helmgart and use that as our shield, especially as it's still tier 1. Empire. How foolish. I mean, at the very least, we can declare war on them just to claim Helmgart. Keep ourselves defended. The undead control these forts now. Don't have the money for more growth buildings, which is very sad. We could throw in the gibbet for income. You're definitely hurting for. Would rather add that in at Montfort though, so let's throw the gibbet in there. We can go for the growth building in Baston. Alright. Or we could punch the gold out of our enemies. Okay, so Talbert is now riding around on a Hellsteed.
I relish the opportunity.
Does that mean you don't get access to the corpse cart? You gain them both in the same turn, so the Hellsteed will at least allow you to fly around. Keep you a bit more mobile than the others. Or more easily slain by flyers. Let's go for Master of the Dead here to keep the troops safe in combat. Let's see if we've built up enough to take down the city of Parabon.
Destroyed.
With decisive victory with low casualties. Kind of our first in terms of sieges so far, so let's go ahead and take it. Smush them dead. Once again, we will be doing no damage to Parabon because it'll be more used to us attacked. We're just going to make Bretonia undead. Everything's going to be exactly the same as it was before. Peasants, still peasants, knights, riding around on their undead horses, but much more spooky. Demolish that one, throw in the marble quarry right away here. Red castles of Sylvania are made of stone shaped by stonecutters. Which would make sense. for Siegfried. Now, this puts us directly in confrontation with the Treekin now, which is a little bit concerning, I can't lie. Siegfried, I'm gonna have you stay here. How bad is disruption here? Only 17, so I think you will take attrition. Oh, no, you won't. Awesome. In that case, keep doing the channeling thing. Building up the corruption here. Quick Blood, Beguile, or Dark Knight. Nope, we're gonna grab the Command of the Unliving so we can summon in some ghouls. We got a little bit of gold. I think we could definitely alleviate our treasury woes by initiating combat with this quest battle here. We're just missing one of our hex raids. Oh, there's some we could raise here, but they're just a little bit too pricey. Well, in that case, let's just snag another Spirit Host. They're so expensive. Grab any recruitment from Regiment of Renown, the Stearnsmen, and the Verex Reavers. Also too expensive.
By the Grail, never you dare.
By the Grail, never. Here's what we'll do then. We are going to move on the Massey for call. We need the gold. Decisive victory? Easy. We'll claim this one. Loot and occupy. I don't mind fighting a rebellion here. Arrows of Ilu are now under our control. Which means we can repair this building for a little bit of gold. Leave the other one as is. Definitely gonna go for Fostering Terror here.
Yes.
Himmler, can we raise up? No, we can't. Because they're in the adjacent province, of course. How sad. But we can at least snooch on out and grab those units before we engage with the quest battle, no problem. Let's grab the Ghastly Ambitions here for even more power reserve. More reserve means more healing. And you will get even stronger per swing. Keep making our White King eat his asparagus.
This night.
Ooh, keeps failing now. So we're going to try to snag the X-rays next turn, but they're going to be quite expensive, so we can't really build anything else. Don't even think we can afford the Charnel Pit. We're going to wait. Robert, you're going to keep doing your replenishing thing. He's going to just keep following us around. Army's much scarier than it was when initially. We have to keep it in mind. Let's skip on through any kind of building upgrades, no matter how much we want to, so we can have our quest battle next turn with full forces.
There is a stain on the world, and that blight is called Bretonia.
Please do go on.
Do go
Did you
on.
actually want peace? For 900 gold. She's back now over here. I'm actually thinking that wouldn't be a bad call. You can snag peace, come back over and grab the units we want. From his canal goes very far up this way, so we're going to be trespassing every time. We'll take peace. You're willing to give us 80 more gold? No, they have nothing left. Peace for now. However, it shall likely be a very short peace. Carlotta, let's bring you up north to try to take down some of these other heroes since we've located them, and Marcus is failing on repeat.
Not betray you.
We'll bring him on over to join up with Tobert's forces. I will not betray you. I mean, I wasn't worried about it, but now I definitely am. On up into Quinnell. Snag those X-rays. Come here, you beautiful creatures. And we shall engage. That was much cheaper than last turn.
Let
Just
us
fine.
make doom.
Let us make doom and grab ourselves a skull staff. Abbey at La Mosintal. Fight Zachary de Lyonesse with his Grail Knights and Knights of the Realm, and then Pierre the Holy, his squad of paladins. We are bringing in Wolfram Hertwig, who is already quite hurt.
How glorious! It has been such fun watching the Empire and Bretonnians rip each other apart, supplying me with fresh stock as they do. Oh, the irony! That while pulling their strings, working them like puppets has been immensely satisfying. It is now time for direct intervention. This abbey, this altar of Tal is my desire. The skull staff within calls to me, and I would have it. Let the chittering hordes come and claim their warpstone if they must. For me, the true prize is that wand of dark magic. With it, the legend of the Lich Master will only grow. My legions advance! Bring me bone, bring me flesh, but do not bring me these things back alive.
Elsewise, they complain far too much. So what do we have here? Looks like the Empire and Bretonnians are just going to kind of blast each other for a bit. This Empire force is not going to last very long. I think that's definitely the point. There's only 35 of each. Lots of crossbows, but very few in terms of actual pikemen and swordsmen. Okay, then what we shall do is locate those mounted yeomen and work to try to crush them as soon as the battle starts here. Bring all of the spears. We're a long ways away from the fight, so we should do our best to try to stay in the woods. Drag the troops apart just a little bit there. We'll have the Königstein Stalkers hiding directly behind, with the ghosts behind them. That way, if the knights do close the gap, they're going to get run over by a whole heap of nonsense. So you here, Necromancer, Kemmler and Steve can hang out up front. And then the other ghosts, we can throw all the way over here. He said something about Chittering Hordes, so I'm thinking we're likely to see the Skaven show up. I myself have not fought this battle yet, so we'll see. We will see together. All we need now is the Crypt Horrors, which I'm going to deploy on this side here. They're the most capable of dealing with knights. And the battle shall be commenced. If they see us, the Empire will surely flee. Oh, okay. We definitely need to let them blast each other a bit then. I don't want the Empire to run away. I want them to actually deal some damage. Ooh, that didn't work. You're supposed to dodge the sedan-sized rocks. Watch the Empire get eviscerated here. Oh, some crossbow fire going back now. Peppering the front line. They don't have any shields, so actually probably a very good idea. But we don't want the Empire to flee until they've actually done as much damage as possible. 35 soldiers apiece seems foolish. Several now half the Imperials they used to be. Okay, so the very small amount of damage they did has been done. Let's go ahead and move the troops forward now. Forward unto dawn, undead. Ghost should be able to hide all the way up into these woods on the other side of the Abbey ruins there. Oh yeah, the Empire came to this fight absolutely unprepared, getting destroyed. You guys rotate ever so slightly. Still don't know. Oh, they've finally seen one of our skeletons here. White King and Kemmler can head up front, try to lure these Grail Knights over. There's Yeomen, and then there's more Yeomen. Should be a pretty easy cavalry duel for us. Let Our undead ghosts keep maneuvering through the woods there. As opposed to the living ghosts. Mercenaries, realizing their error, flee before the undead hordes. They were already running. So let's rotate the Hex Wraiths a wee bit. And they had already been well broken. Don't have to worry about trebuchets, but let's keep moving these two forward, see if we can't lure those knights into a fight. Got several paladins over here.
I know what to do.
As long as you know what to do. Wind of Death would be great, but he's quite a slow lad. Waddling their way into the woods here. You're going to stay just in the front of. Oh, the Lord's back. Throwing himself into the fight. What's your plan there, Bretonnians? Seems to be a very strange one. Move the trebuchets into the woods. If that works, it works. I don't know that it should. Be abreast, though. Go ahead and rotate the whole line. They're being very non-confrontational. Kind of strange. I don't want to summon Krell. Here, it'd be a waste to just be fighting men-at-arms the entire time. Real Knights are on this side now. The problem is we summon Krell, and then we're going to have to get him stuck in with polearms right away. Also, summoning him to stop the trebuchets actually seems like a pretty good call. White King used to here. Launch ye olde fireball at these polearms.
Heinrich Kemmler.
Keep moving in the way. Keep maneuvering through the spears. Both of them even more speed, too. They can actually get away. Here they come. Can't get away. I guess his lord will have a really bad day if he catches Kemmler. Give this man the business. Extra speed melee attack. Let's go ahead and drop down Krell as well. Where is Krell? Found him. Clobber those Knights of the Realm. Heal up this White King. Kemmler charge into those Knights of the Realm as well. Go ahead and start bringing the action. Have you guys come on in. We'll have one unit. The new one, go ahead and take out the trebuchets. The less new, come on through. Lead ghosts into the back line there.
With haste.
Come on forward so we can just start dropping the Tessa's ability to cast spells. Your leech to pull Kemmler away. Melee attack for Steve. We do want him to start pulling back. Let's have the Spearmen. Just go find individual units of Knights of the Realm and stop them from leaving. All the Spearmen should be doing is finding Knights. In fact, everyone here, go ahead and surround and destroy these Knights. Peasant Bowman must have some kind of way to gain some magical arrows. On the overcast heal on all of our friends here. Send the ghosts all the way through. Yeah, the Hex Wraiths already butchered them, so let's get through on these bowmen. The magic is indeed going to be a bit of an issue. I guess the Karen Wraiths decided they didn't want to actually do their job. How unfortunate. White King back in after this lad here. Same thing with you, Krell.
I am Kemmler.
At least you know who you are. Let's dive into these men-at-arms. Actually, we'll have you come around. Gyarados surround these mounted yeomen. X-rays go after the bowmen, and you guys come on in and crush these yeomen between the two units. Ghosts abound. Rise and fall of Death's Scythe. Any ghosts that have not found a unit to slay, waddle on into the this bit of carnage here. Keep the corpse carts around, that way they can keep them surrounded, and we'll have these X-rays come on through. Ooh, the Grill Knights have recovered. We have no heals to pass out, so we'll just have to bring Krell on over, because this X-rays have taken some damage. Try to bring them through since they're ethereal. May not work out. Thought I had the individual spearmen hunting down knights. I guess they had given up on their initial jobs. You guys keep coming out and finding knights that are fleeing, because they do recover their morale pretty quickly, being knights. Raids keep chasing off these men-at-arms, and I think we've pretty well got to them. These poor fools some heart attacks, and run in here and break them. That's had all of the goodies. Krell, you as well. Let's have you go after this lord here. X-raids. Really keep them safe by just going after an individual unit of bowmen. Raise and Kemmler, come on in, and let's go ahead and clap this last paladin here. He's already having to deal with the one and only Steve. So many fallen. Now, how many one of you would have come back as ghosts? Your treat. This poor man has given himself in a lot of new friends. All of them seem quite mean, though. Looks like he is going to start fleeing, and I'm thinking that's going to likely be the end for their army here. We'll bring Steve on over to deal with this damsel. Spirit Lead should get rid of her a little bit faster. Swings the blade also should do it. Beautiful stuff. Peace with Bretonia, but not with everyone. Alright, they give us a close victory because all of our allies were pretty well butchered and they all fled off the map there. We will take that win though and return all those captives for a bit of dark magic. Now Kemmler is all set up with all of his goodies. Skull Staff giving us 5,000 of our dark magic we needed to, as well as giving us a bit of punishment and control. Control is just a little bit of extra on top. Bull Vampiric Corruption. Awesome. Does this have any kind of set bonus that we can be looking forward to? It does indeed. Extra control to all provinces, and it's going to drop the raised dead cost by an additional 10%, which is fantastic. Alright, Kemmler's army is looking quite good. We haven't even really had to recruit them through the normal means. We'll have you then prepare for our next war with the Bretonians, and we'll do so by coming on back towards Aquitaine. So let's go into March.
The time is right.
And get on into Aquitaine proper. Carlotta, there's nothing that's actually stopping us from taking out their heroes, so we're gonna have you chase them around and continue to try to do so. Perpetual Regeneration gives us more capacity for Mourngulls, Cairn Rays, and Hex Wraiths. And that's it. No more regeneration, so we'll wait on that one until we need more. Arrow Kings makes our White Kings stronger and has a higher chance of their actions to succeed. Let's go for the final point into Thrall Master. Raise, or the dead rise again at plus 10%. That layers up with all of the other additional chances we can gain through research and everything.
Yes.
Steve. Final point in the Wound Maker, so it's 480. Well, that's right, but it's pretty good. $12,000 dark magic. What can we make happen?
Soon I'll be all powerful.
Soon you will. Oh, excellent. We can actually use the Crystal Grail Water Blessed Wineland. Ventiland market. Yeah, definitely. Growth control and 42 barrels of wine. Since it doesn't make gold proper, it doesn't actually lose anything from the guard station being there. Artisan blood tax gives us even more control. It drops construction cost. This drops growth as well. Let's do this, and then here in Corone, we will go ahead and throw in our first, or I guess our next Lord Abarash. As we have claimed Musalon, we'll basically have him and just recruiting in all of the different actual vampire units. We'll go all in this army, mostly being Blood Knight oriented. He's quite expensive, so he should be probably a absolute nightmare by himself. What skills you have, sir? He's not actually Abarash. Just a disciple that has taken the name. Okay, so Doom Rider is going to give us bonuses for normal Black Knights. So this will be a Graveguard Black Knight Blood Knight combo. Very elite heavy armor. Heart piercing. Absolutely. Very deadly in battle. Sweet. Let's make that happen. Abarash. You're pretty much just activating the blood tax at the moment, but we'll give you some troops over time. Now let's give you a single unit of Graveguard. By single, I mean 3. Line. Let's go do some building. Get Lungi up to the 3rd tier. I think I'm going to go ahead and do so. And then we have to wait for how much to get Blackstone post up? 7,600. We could have already gotten this sorted, but I'm thinking we have some good stuff underway here. Next, we'll come into our Bloodlines. The extra movement range is very tempting. The extra replenishment rate, though, is what I'm here for. So we're going to go for the replenishment rate for the Von Karstein. And then from there, I think we want to either start awakening the Necrarch or going for the secondary point into the Strigoi for that extra movement range. Who did we wake up? Which of the Von Karsteins? We've got Victor and we've got Maximilian, who has been Wraith touched. Production for Spirit Hosts, Cairn Wraiths, Morn Ghouls, and Hex Wraiths, as well as a bit of extra weapon strength and a spirit resistance, or physical resistance. Pretty good. A spirit-themed vampire, actually. It's in our army here. Extra income from stacking is going to be very useful when we have made it down to Castle Carcassonne proper.
Darkness comes.
Right, what I think we're going to have you do is just step out behind Paravon and do some vampiric channeling. We'll go ahead and kick one of these zombies out after doing some combining. Push all those fools together. And then we'll have Marcus come join up with Albert.
Agreed. Everything dies.
Siegfried can kind of move up. Don't really need you to be in shielding anymore. We'll just switch it to Necromantic Ritual. And go up. Start threatening Helmgart. Once we see it start building up to tier 2, that's when we want to strike. Make sure it isn't actually upgraded, and their money is banked in the building and they can't take it back. Ultimate deviousness. Give her more income here in Paravon too. And we'll end the turn. Western provinces and the Burning Wind Nomads are now as one. Like have some confederations on our side too. Such is not the way for now. Looks like Kothaq is still alive, which is actually pretty impressive. Slanesh is not doing it wonderfully. He might have picked a fight with the Dark Elves too. Now he's just fighting every single one of the High Elves all at once. Which is a lot of arrows, my friend. It's time for us to start biding our time. Siegfried, you keep building up. I'm actually going to have Taubert bring his Crypt Ghouls over to your army. I think. We can just have him overwhelm Helmgart Fort by himself. Let's do it.
Find me charnel pits.
All of the ghouls, or the horrors in this army. He's up to 19. And can we get anything else? Corpse Cart for good measure. Let him recruit up whatever he wants. You come on back down. Still enchant. Well, not enchanting, I guess. Yes, he is in Caravan. Tombstone Maker's Atelier. There's an art to creating a memorable tombstone or grand mausoleum. Sure.
Yes.
You go ahead and join up with Taubert.
Very good.
See about taking out this hero here, Aiden.
Yes.
Guess what's a higher chance? 24% to take down Reynard. 29% for Aiden.
Kill.
Come here, you.
I
Ooh, you failed. How unfortunate. Of Kemmler, then. Go into raiding stance, perhaps, and just kind of start stealing some gold from Gwenell. Tough call. He's likely to declare war on us before too long here, but how much gold can we steal from them? 300? That's not so bad. How far can you move there?
Protect Bretonnia.
We have no idea what she can actually recruit.
Find me grave bound.
Come as close to the Massivore Call as we can.
Strike out.
If she wants to strike up towards Aquitaine, I don't mind so much. We've already built in a few defenses there, so should at least be able to hold the line minorly. Unless she has an entire army of knights. Then we're going to definitely suffer. Fast stone. Let's go for even more income. What we really want to do is actually upgrade the Blackstone post. We want to have income everywhere else.
Darkness comes.
Perfect. Abarash is the only lord that hasn't moved. Everyone else is in position.
Your will.
Your request?
And nothing right now. You'll know when I want something. You'll mostly know because your houses are on fire. I've now infused the tireless hordes. This incantation quickens the pace of the hordes over great distances. Forever marching, never tiring. Extra campaign movement range, and a bit of reduction to our battle reinforcement time. Marcus has a corpse cart.
Tremble,
Beautiful stuff.
mortal.
Snag some more ghouls before going into battle. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. We'll do instead. Let's just attack Helmgart.
You are not welcome in my court, yet here you are.
Yeah, it's weird how that works. Let's go see about grabbing some extra
Lord of the
brownie
night.
points with Sylvania. Hello?
What? What doth thou wish to
We'll
discuss
join
with
you
thy
in your war with Reichland. My true father. And you will give me, I guess, nothing? We'll take whatever dark magic you're willing to part with.
If you insist.
Agreed, kin. Didn't think you wanted an immortal dominion as much as just be a recognized elector count. Too bad, so sad. Theon also hanging out by Altdorf. Not nearly as intimidated by that as they probably think. Oh, poor Helmgart. They can't even defend themselves. Let's go for the discipline on just one of our random... Is the Graveguard already disciplined? No. They shall become. Banner of Eternal Flame on our Direwolf pack. And then extra weapon strength on the Lord. See you later, Helmgart. This belongs to me now. Now that we've actually got both forts under our control, I guess, except for... There's one more fort a little bit further down that the Golden Order is normally in charge of. But with these both under our control, we can hold the line pretty aggressively. Before upgrading that, though, let's go ahead and head into the Blackstone Post and take this up to a Tier 4 Accursed City, which will finally allow us to get in our unique faction, Spectres of the Corpse Wood. Basically just Hex Rays with the Black Coach capabilities. The more kills they gain, the more dangerous they're going to get. What other kind of gold do we have to utilize now? Massive Recall. I definitely are going to want the Charnel Pit. Increase that growth. More gold sounds nice too. Swing into Caravan and grab the Tombstone Maker's Atelier.
Darkness
You guys keep on channeling behind Paravan, so we keep that corruption ticking on towards 100.
You dare.
Our own magic is pretty pitiful right now, so anything we can do to help it. Snag organized there, and then Siegfried. King of the Ghouls. Bloodlust. That's incredibly dangerous. Let's also snag the Curse of Undeath, though, so that way anytime he is able to cast any spells, healing all of the crew around him. Which in most cases is just going to be Crypt Horrors. Lots of good heals. Even more ghastly ambitions. Perfect. See what Reichland has to bear. They've got lots of land under their control, so they should be able to field at least a lot of lads. But the more lads you send,
Sigma forbids
the more
this.
will earn from Undeath to send against you. Next technology, though. Soulbinder will drop the upkeep for all of our spirits. Ooh, I'm thinking that's the way to go. Shrining Ancient Lords gives us even more chance to raise up some dead after being destroyed. Hunger passive for Crypt Ghouls and Horrors. How many turns? 10 total. Or what do we get for spirits? Barrier. Good grief. That is incredible. We've at least gained up enough of the Dark Insight to actually grab some of these secondary dark powers for the Lich Master. It's just they're very expensive in terms of actual dark magics. Extra income from repression buildings might be the way to go now. Start coming through our actual economy building line down here with the Lamian. Let's go for Servant Life and Death. Get extra income from cities as well. So we'll just take as much time as we need to move on through here. We need to start building up our overall income.
They will all pay.
You keep raiding. Closer to the York Hall if you can. Looks like she has retreated. Or she's in ambush stance right here, ready to attack Aquitaine. One of the two.
Darkness comes.
Trust tree people, but I don't think they can actually make it out of the trees. They can attack Paravan, but we would be there to assist.
Dare.
Bring Taubert through to these trees. Keep checking where Dada can move to. Have him channel, and then they can both attack Quinnell if anything needs to. For now, though, we pretend like we're biding our time.
What do you want?
Keep a wary eye on the horizon. Marienburg upgrades. We'll definitely want to take Harbor up to next year because it's going to almost double the income. Obviously, minus 10 due to our control, but we shall deal with it.
I will alone.
Aberash, we managed to have you sit in the city because you're not going to gain any good traits by doing that. You can sit outside and do some
Deliver
good old
it unto
marching.
me. Strike out.
March in the field.
Darkness comes.
You keep an eye out for the Fey Enchantress. There she is.
Dance macabre. Who calls me?
We don't trust you at all. 2 units of questing knights, Knights of the Realm, and some Knights Errant. Lots of armored boys coming across the field now, but not a lot in terms of infantry. I don't think their economy can actually afford it. Knights are so expensive if she doesn't have the certain vow. Broke our Bordelot campaign pretty early on when we lost the vow that actually had access to the knights. Foster terror. More growth sounds fantastic. See if the Empire actually has the stones to come over and try to take Helmgart back from us. Another scheme for Clan Scryer. They're out there causing all sorts of ruckus. She has retreated back to Brionne to recruit up some more troops as we continue to raid from the people of Quinnell. Fortunately, her mustering means I can't see exactly how far she can move, so I'm not able to use Heinrich Kemmler to be a bit more aggressive than that, although we can press past Quinnell here, as there's no way she can get all the way over here. We can kind of threaten Carcassonne, and then we can bring Talbot on down. There's lots of trees over here to also start raiding. So I think I'm going to press Himmler through to threaten
Move us.
Carcassonne proper. You can raid like right here, while Talbot raids in Quinnell. Arlotta. Try to take down Aiden once more here. 29% chance to succeed. You've got this. We all believe in you.
I thirst.
That's the way. Another blood kiss for us.
I am ready.
Siegfried, should we come on out and start doing some damage to Ubersreich? Who's defending this? Oh, okay. We'll hold off for now then. With our victory over Helmgart and our continued raiding in Bretonia, I'm going to be out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard Total War. Leave a like for the light god and a sub for the subthon. I'll see you on the next one.